back to Super Tuesday Recap. Is Chris and Dpalm here. And we are here to recap The Flash, Season 3, Episode 5, Monster. Caitlyn visits her mom to help understand her growing metahuman powers. Barry tries to convince Julian to help him investigate a new metahuman attacking Central City. Yeah, man. I don't know where we want to start. Like, you know what it is. I don't know where to start with this, man. I think we talked about this last time we did this episode. Did a review. First of all, are there any new reviews? First of all, I'm getting ahead of myself.
I'm checking right now. Are we not talking about the other news?
What other news?
The other Flash news?
I don't. What other? There's another Flash. I don't know what you're.
No new reviews. Go ahead.
Wait. What other Flash news are we talking about? I thought we were just talking about the Flash. Like, there is only one Flash, Barry Allen, on TV. Like, what? I'm sorry, Dpalm. What are you implying? It's almost like you're implying that, the people that make the Flash TV show, the parent company, are somehow also making a movie, but seem to get their heads out of their asses. I can't believe that.
What do you want me to say?
I mean, so we're gonna do this. You really want to do this? Okay, we're gonna do this now.
I was
gonna try to have a nice review.
It has to be brought up
and not raise my voice and not get. Like, I
can't raise my voice.
I was gonna lie and say I was having a nice day, and I wasn't having a nice day. Everybody who follows me on Facebook knows wasn't having a nice day. This whole election thing is really driving me fucking crazy. I can deal with that shit though, right? What I can't deal with is a company that doesn't know how to make a Flash movie when you're already making a Flash TV show that's actually pretty good. Like, how the fuck do you? See, I was good. I was fine. You had to. I was gonna breathe. I don't know why. Is this how you feel when I do this shit to you? Is this what this feels like? Is that what this feels?
Say something.
What do you have to say, Dpalm?
Fuck the DC cinematic universe. Fuck them as a crew. Fuck them as a record label. I, for months, have lied to myself. What's the gentleman's name who's leaving?
So the director of the Flash movie, or used to be director of the Flash movie, was Rick.
The formerly attached director.
Yeah. The director formerly known as the Flash director, Rick Famuyiwa.
The second former Flash director.
Yeah. At first it was going to be, what was it? Who was it? It was the guy who did the Lego movie. Oh, I thought it was Chris and Phil Lord or something like that. They had a set of directors for that, and then they lost them, and you're like, oh, okay, whatever. And then they got Rick Famuyiwa, who did Dope.
And that's where I've been
the drug Dope, but the movie Dope.
That's where I've been for a couple months now. I've been very much. I wanted to like the Flash because I liked the Flash and I liked Dope.
He was the last straw holding us together, man.
With him leaving, and I can't stress this enough, fuck Time Warner, fuck DC. It's so stupid that we're here now.
I want you guys to understand that, like, and you guys know me. You guys know I hate being this way, that I have been the guy who's always been like, let's wait and see with the DC cinematic universe. Let's give them a chance. Hey, you don't know how it's going to... I've been that guy, all right? So I don't want to hear anybody go, why aren't you giving it a chance? I have been that guy. I have given them 4 movies. I actually did not count the first movie. I let people forget that their first attempt at doing a joint universe was Green Lantern. People forget that shit, but Green Lantern was what to launch their cinematic universe. I'm like, all right, cool. I enjoy Man of Steel. I get that people have problems with it. I enjoy it. Batman vs. Superman was not good. Suicide Squad is only good.
That's where I want to come in. I'm done fucking pretending that wasn't a bad movie.
Yeah, no. It's not.
I'm done. You know what? I came on these airwaves, and you listen to me make excuses for that movie.
Yeah. No.
You listen to me make connections and make jumps in logic that you shouldn't have to make when you're enjoying a story.
I did
And
that.
I lied on this microphone.
No.
I'm out. I'm done carrying water for this company. I want them to be good. I care about these characters. They don't give a shit.
No. Like, Suicide
And
Squad.
I'm done pretending. I'm done pretending like your Gundam Flash with his blue lightning is acceptable.
Blue fucking lightning! Are you fucking kidding me, man? Blue fucking lightning.
You put him in a Ronin warrior suit with all the sharp edges.
Like, it made, I mean, even CW realized that the Atom suit wasn't a good look and decided to get rid of it in season 2 of Legend of Tomorrow, alright? Even they figured that shit out. And DC goes, hey, we're gonna put the Flash in a suit that looks worse than fucking Ray's Atom suit.
And you know what? I'm going to make peace with it. Because you know what we've got? We've got a really, really good show in Supergirl. We've got an excellent grounded piece in Arrow. And you've got the Flash, where I'll make excuses for the dark red suit and no yellow boots. I will make allowances because this show gets it. It gives a shit about the character. It gives a shit about the universe, and it wants your investment. This movie, which will be delayed now, and if it's not, hold on to your butts. That's going to be a clusterfuck.
Oh, my God.
This movie has the resources. The Flash's Q rating's never been higher. You take what you're doing on television, you polish it up some, you give me some yellow fucking boots, you put the suit in the ring, and you let him run. But no.
It's almost too easy. It's almost too easy.
You'd rather give me Emo Berry in time travel armor from fucking Batman vs. Superman for no good reason.
It's almost too easy. Like
I better play the story mode of Injustice 2 when it comes out and have the Flash vanish halfway through, say, I'm going to go warn Bruce in another universe. That's the only way you can reconcile that fucking appearance. And I know what they're saying. Oh, no, Dpalm, they've changed the suit. Oh, no, they're refining the graphics. I watched Suicide Squad. They let that get out of the fucking box.
Yeah, that's
Barry on Tuesdays looks better than the Flash did in Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem. So Suicide Squad. People were like, oh, well, okay, we'll see. Hey, Batman vs. Superman. All right. Suicide Squad, I mean, again, we're months out now. We can finally come out and say it. Listen, Suicide Squad only rated so high because Batman vs. Superman was so bad. It literally got the, well, it's not Batman vs. Superman rating. It's not a good movie either. It's not. It just, it isn't.
And you're allowed to care and hope about Wonder Woman. I'm allowed to laugh at you.
Yeah, no, I mean, here's the thing, man. I go back to the letter that leaked, and I'm like, yo, everybody's like, oh, no, that letter, blah, blah, blah. No, man, I think that letter makes sense. Because the thing that sold me in that letter was never just that it talked about the DC universe. It's that it also talked about everything that DC, and Warner Brothers has done with their movies, and that it was like, it's not just a superhero problem, but everything they did. And you look at everything that Warner Brothers has done, you're like, oh, no, that makes fucking sense. So if the letter wasn't real, it's probably the real sentiments of some people going and some real issues going on over there. Like, remember,
Marvel's about to drop. Go ahead, sorry.
No, I was about to say, remember, Wonder Woman also lost its director. We forget Patty Jenkins wasn't the first choice. You had another director drop out of that one, again, for creative differences. And hey, listen, you know what? Directors drop out. We had the same thing happen with Ant-Man in the Marvel Studios. But here's the thing: Marvel has a system in place where they can lose a director, you can pop another one in there. You know that they have it working. DC does not. They do not have that, and they have directors' issues. When they have to sell you on Justice League by telling you that, oh, well, no, Jeff John's getting more involved now, and we're gonna elevate Ben Affleck to executive producer now on Justice League, and we're gonna rein in like they're already making excuses before the movie even comes out, so you already know there's a fucking
Chris,
issue.
they invited bloggers to the set
To spoil the fucking Justice League movie
That was the white flag.
Basically going, please like our movie. Please write good things about us, even though it's a year and a half out. Dog, that's not a good sign.
Marvel's about to put out a second blockbuster guaranteed fucking hit starring Bradley Cooper's voice.
and Vin Diesel saying 3 words. And a talking tree and a raccoon. All right?
Like, I want everyone to realize they're about to make bank on Bradley Cooper voice as a raccoon.
Listen, as somebody who's seen Doctor Strange and the review will be out on Friday, let me tell you something, man. Even when they make mistakes, make mistakes with the whitewashing issue, they're not going to come back from that. That's going to hit them a little bit. The movie's still good, guys. The movie's still, it's no matter what you say, it's still a good movie. It's going to get huge ratings. It's going to make a decent amount of money, even with the issues. It's and this is for Doctor fucking Strange. Now, if you told me 8 years ago that in a year where Batman vs. Superman, that has Batman, Wonder Woman, and Wonder Woman coming in a movie together, and you have the Suicide Squad. If you were to tell me that, and then you had a movie with X-Men and Apocalypse in it, that the movies that would be the best superhero movies of that year and make more money would be Deadpool, Captain America, a third Captain America film, and Doctor fucking Strange, I would have laughed you out of the fucking room. But here we are.
Better yet, if someone had told you that Doctor Strange would beat the Flash on the big screen.
And then to tie it all in, what we said, I've always been one of these people, I've never been one of those, hey, you just got to take Grant Gustin and put him in the movies and done. I think you're seeing now, it's dodging a fucking bullet. They didn't do that. Because imagine what would have happened trying to get Warner Brothers to juggle what they're allowed to do what they're allowing to happen on TV with their movies, their movie universe. Imagine that. Imagine the mess that would have been.
And clearly they've loosened those reins because casting was just announced on Arrow. That
I saw the casting for that, and I was like,
yeah,
we serious with this? Are we really doing that? All right, yeah, I saw that today too. But imagine it would never work, and not to mention just logistics of getting Grant Gustin to shoot the Flash was like a 10-month shoot, and also do a movie. It would have been impossible to happen. All right, but what we've always said is, by the time the Flash comes on the big screen, you would have had 3 seasons of Barry Allen on TV. There are so many different things. You just use that as the origin. You could have made. You don't have to tell that over again. You don't have to redefine the character. Just go with the flow of what you've already done there. Just a different actor, and you have the mannerisms. You have the origin. You can change things a little bit, but you could just do that. And they decided to go a totally different direction. And now they've lost a really great director. Like I said, honestly, at this point, I was only holding out the hope because, hey, you got a black director, diversity, let's see what he does. At this point, they could get Duvernay. And I'm telling you right now, that's not going to happen. But they get her, and I still be on some, I don't know about this movie, guys.
I'm done grading the movies on a curve. I'm done caring more about DC's characters than they do. If they don't want, and if you want to go see these movies, you're more than happy to. But yeah. I got these jokes for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's just again, as we get into this review of this episode of The Flash, I mean, at some point, the longer this, and the problem is, the longer this goes on, the more of these issues you hear. Can that movie ever be good? No matter, forget it. And here's the thing, and this is us, if we're gonna be honest and open about this, and just keep it real. Let's say they never lost a director. Let's say Rick Famuyiwa stayed. All right. Let's be honest. How good could the movie have been? Would that movie have ever been as good as what we get every Tuesday on The Flash? And I'm going to be honest here. No. It wouldn't have been. It wouldn't have lived up to those expectations. It wouldn't have. They have painted themselves in a corner where at this point the show is so like in order for the movie to be good, they would literally have to start tanking the Flash TV show.
I would not put it past them.
No, I like they would have, but they would have to do that. That's literally what they would have had to go from a good TV show that everybody loves to a show like Gotham. They'd have to turn it into Gotham. They would really have to turn it into Gotham in order for that movie. Because think about it, like at this point, you would have had what? You would have had 66 episodes. Just counting the standalone TV show, not counting his appearances on Arrow, not counting his appearances on Supergirl and the crossover episodes, just 66 standalone episodes of Barry Allen at the Flash on TV. 66 hours of that, and then they're gonna come in here with a movie, a two and a half, maybe a 2.5 hour movie. Do you really think that it would have? And a Flash that is so drastically different from those 66 hours you've watched before. Is there any way that would have worked out okay? Like, again, I am the guy who wants to give everybody a chance, who wants to give these movies a chance. You guys know me, how I feel about this show. When you're open and honest with yourself, is there any way that would have worked? No. It wouldn't have. Not the direction they're going. You're going to be so annoyed by this emo Barry that we're going to get in the Justice League movie. Because I know how I felt when I first saw him in the trailer. And I was just like, I don't... Ugh. That doesn't feel like Barry. And that's not even me talking about getting away from the source material. That's not me talking about the comic books. Fuck all of that. We're talking about your own TV show that you've literally used to introduce people to the character of the Flash and to the Flash universe. What? Yeah. Okay. Good luck. Good luck, DC. It's not going to happen. It's not going to work. It's just not going to work.
Bad luck, DC. I'm done pretending. I'm done wishing. I'm done hoping. I am out on Warner Brothers DC films. I'm a Green Lantern nerd, man. I've never watched that entire movie.
Oh no, you don't need to. But it does make you think. Like, do we have any faith in that movie?
And you know what the move should be? Them being about real serious. WB. There's a solution here. We can fix this.
Give it to Disney.
Give it to Marvel.
Give it to Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking the other day. I was like, well, maybe Marvel Studios can get the rights back. I'm like,
cut Kevin Feige a big ass check and say, look, clearly, if it's DC films brought to you by Marvel Productions, first of all, that would be the greatest hat tip of all time to Marvel. Second of all, they might get some good fucking movies.
Payback's a motherfucker.
I'm done pretending that I have any faith that WB can pull this off. Done. You know what I'm nervous about now? And this is going a little afield of what we were talking about. I'm nervous as shit about Fantastic Beasts. I have the hardcover of every Harry Potter book I'm staring at right now. I love Harry Potter. Movies weren't always my cup of tea, but they're really well done. Because watching them work off of something that doesn't have source material terrifies me now. If they're not adapting something, the fuck are they doing? Ruining it. This Flash movie, you can, listeners, see it if you want. But if you come on our review for 5 stars, we'll read it on the air. Or if you come in come in us on Twitter, or if you go in the group on Facebook and you admit to seeing it and you say, why didn't anyone warn me? I'm going to clown you. I'm going to clown you mercilessly. I'm going to make fun of it. I'm going to make all the points I just made in a much more humorous form. And I'm going to somehow work in different analogies for the suit. Like, it could be like a mobile Gundam, like a one-man Gundam. Like, that suit's an embarrassment.
No, it's terrible.
And I'm tired of making excuses for it. I'm done. I'm out. Best of luck to you, people who want to see these movies. Worst luck to DC.
Mm-hmm.
All the worst, DC. That's what I wish you.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. I don't know. I just.
I do. I'm going to really enjoy these Marvel movies. I'm going to watch the shit out of Doctor Strange this weekend. I cannot wait for Guardians 2. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to really enjoy the CW block of comic programming.
It's like we said the other day. It's like they should just make a they should just make a they should just make a Justice League TV show.
They should honestly.
They do it better.
Oh, way better. Way.
I mean,
better.
technically, that's what their crossovers basically are. You know, they got the gist. It's just, I don't know, man. It's frustrating because I know there's so much more potential there, and I want to be happy. Like, I'm like everybody else. Like, the Wonder Woman trailer was their best one they've ever done. But again, I told people, I was like, listen, I can't get too excited because I know there are certain issues that they have. Like, just think about what they're doing. They're setting this Wonder Woman movie basically during World War I. That can't be. I mean, okay.
It's worth a shot. Present Day's not working for him. Do Legion. Let's see what happens.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
All right, whatever. So.
And the worst part about it is they used a down Flash episode to show how much these comic book properties work best in television. Because this Flash episode wasn't the best. But you know what it was? It was impactful because I care about these characters.
Yeah, I mean, this episode...
He fought a fucking hologram.
Yeah.
Let's just cut to the chase. He fought a light construct the entire time.
Yeah.
But because I've got 3 years of investment in Caitlyn Snow and San Francisco Ramon, which is absolutely killing him, I care about this episode.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically a quiet character building episode where you get so let's jump to the villain, if you will, this week, which turned out to be just some kid operating a hologram. But you end up getting Joe West giving black fatherhood lessons to a fucking kid criminal, yo. And you care because they've earned it. Like, this entire episode was more about building relationships and either if you think, yeah, actually, in a way, kind of repairing them. You had Julian and Barry. You had Caitlyn and her mom. You had, H.R. Wells. H.G. Wells. You have H.R. Wells and him exposing himself as basically, a con man, if you will. A harmless con man, but a con man.
Definitely a con man. Let's make sure that doesn't get us scared.
Yeah.
He's a con man.
Yeah, he's a...
His conning will pay off, which is why they let him stay, eventually, story-wise, but he's a con man.
Right. Just a terrible con man. And
terrible
a leech.
Con man.
A leech. He just let everybody else do the work. So you have all this stuff, but like you said, because they've earned it in 2 previous seasons. Actually, shit, now that I think about it, I'm sorry. I was wrong. I was definitely wrong. It would be 88 episodes of The Flash. Because this is the 3rd season.
Yep.
There's going to be a 4th season of The Flash by the time that Flash... Oh, fuck this, man.
See?
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. You're going to have 88 hours of The Flash on TV.
Not including crossovers.
Not including crossovers.
I bet we can get to an even 100.
Yo, you probably will. Because they're probably, like you said, they got to delay it, right? They got to delay it.
Well, I was just saying, even after 4, if you include crossover episodes that he appears in, if you include those first 2, the backdoor pilot on Arrow, if you include his voice on Legends, you get there quick.
Mm-hmm. God damn it! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go back to that, but it just hit me that this is actually the third season, and then that. But yeah, but I mean, like you said, it back to this. It's again, like you said, the no real villain this week, and it's really again just there to one advance the issue with H.R. Wells, and also, which I thought was very interesting, is something we talked about what they're going to do with Julian and Barry.
Right.
Because Julian starts off the episode dry stitching on Barry, and you're just like, Julian, come on, man.
Which is some like, for the record, as a Harry Potter nerd, that's Draco Malfoy every fucking time. I have trouble live tweeting this show because I'm like, Draco's a bitch. I'm like, oh yeah, Julian.
Like, it's just, oh man, like that's the kind of coworker you fucking hate. You know, and he's late, and he has Gus in there, and he does this, and he does that. Motherfucker, are you? And I love the fact that Captain Singh was just like, okay, Julian. Barry,
Julian, have you tried not being a bitch?
Right.
That's what you feel like the captain was saying.
Yeah, Captain basically said to Barry, like, okay, Barry, all right, you do good work. Just okay. He's being an asshole. Just don't give him a reason. All right. We'll kill Barry. Just go. All right. So you hate him. But then you start getting Barry trying to appeal to Julian's ego with him. Like, oh, well, you can teach me how to be a better CSI. I'll just tag along. And then I thought about this because I read the latest Civil War 2 issue with, there was a moment between Tony and Doctor Strange, Stephen Strange. And I had the CSI bro feeling between Julian and Barry trying to bond over CSI stuff. I'm like, oh, God, you guys.
Barry tried it.
Barry tried. And I love the idea that you get, and you just feel like you just hate Julian so much with everything that's going on. You're just like, why are you being such a dick? And then you finally get, and even when he gave his speech about how metas are wasting their potential, like, oh, you're jealous.
That's all it was.
What a piece of shit. You're just a jealous son of a bitch. Like, come on, man. And then I realized it. And then he explains it more after he, the Flash stops him from shooting that kid. Which, again, you're a CSI. Why do you have a gun?
Right. And so I wanted to ask you, just kind of point blank, over under 5 episodes before he tells Julian who he is?
I don't think he tells him. I think he finds out. I think Julian finds out. Because I think that would be more interesting.
Fair enough.
Well, I think
over under 5 episodes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. What episode are we on now? This is episode. You talking about 5 episodes from now? Because it's episode 5 now. So you think by episode 10 he finds out?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Has to. And the reason why I say that I think Julian will find out is because he's smart. He's going to put things together. And I think that's the thing that they keep harping is how smart he is. Because you got to think about it. He's the one. He's figuring things out. And I think to me it hit me when I was watching how H.R. Wells, I was about to call him H.G. Wells. H.R. Wells isn't good at the science shit, but Julian is. So it makes you wonder, at some point, are they going to bring Julian in? Because here's the thing, they might be losing a scientist.
Yep.
So, could it be that Julian gets brought in to be that other science person they need in the lab? And it could be. And give Julian some purpose. Because it seems like... I like that they expanded on and didn't leave it as just like he's jealous at them. Like when they gave his background and what he is and him feeling different and wanting to do that and then feeling obsolete. Like that, I'm glad they added that part in there. Because I didn't want them to leave it just at, oh, well, he's jealous and he doesn't have power. Because, okay, that's nice, but it's kind of lazy. But when you add in this other, like the stuff he said at the end of the episode, where he kind of broke down about like really what it really is to him, it makes sense. There's a guy who struggled, he came from privilege, but he struggled to fit in, finally gets to the top of this field, then all of a sudden he becomes obsolete. could totally see how, you know, I don't think jealousy is a good way to describe that. Even though it came off that the first time, when you get into more information, you're like, oh no, nobody wants to feel obsolete.
Right.
And it's something that we can all kind of, you know, agree with. And so when you look at him saying, hey, if I had these powers, I could do so much more. I mean, and if you think about this episode reminded me so much like one of those after school specials they used to have when you were little and made you, oh, yeah, we're going to deal with bullying, you know, but didn't do it in the heavy-handed way. That's really what this was about. Julian feeling obsolete and left out and feeling like an outcast. I don't even know the kid's name who ran the hologram monster. Doesn't matter. But he's basically your generic outcast kid who needed the pep talk from Papa Joe. You know, that's what this episode felt like. But it had some more meat that I think will definitely fill out as we go later on into the season. But yeah, I definitely think Julian figures it out himself. And you'll get that moment when I don't know how he'll react to it, but I definitely think he figures it out. Just because he figured out where that kid was operating from without anybody else. He figures all this stuff out, and he actually makes Barry look like Barry's bad at his job.
Right.
You know? And we know Barry's not bad at his job. We know Barry's actually really good at his job. So Julian's doing all this stuff on his own. So you kind of establish that he's the type of genius that you need in Star Labs. Because Caitlyn gone, y'all.
All right, so this entire hour existed really to push supporting characters forward.
Yeah.
But no one got pushed as hard, as fast, or as far away as Caitlyn Snow. Which, honestly, the last name should have been a dead giveaway.
Right.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think she's a meta.
Yeah,
So my downtime, like doing stuff around the house, background show now is the first 2 seasons of The Flash.
Mm-hmm.
And when they get back from her 2 the first time, Cisco, of course, is being Cisco and can't keep a goddamn secret, and tells her about Killer Frost. Mm-hmm. And she says to him, we've done the tests. I don't even have the meta gene.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that her mother works in cryogenics is not lost on me.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that what caused her powers to come out on Earth 2 apparently was her brother dying. She had no brother on Earth 1.
Right.
So what changed in the Flashpoint? I think that's going to be kind of where the mystery lies, is we're kind of at a disadvantage because of this new reality.
Yeah, I mean, she says that it's because she said they started manifesting in the last couple months, and that she assumes that it was she got them during the particle accelerator exploding. But remember, the show has done a good job of now seeding metas or powered individuals from other sources.
Correct.
So we've now moved past where metas are forming because of the particle accelerator,
or at least only because of that.
Or only because of that. So you're right. I think there's a lot of interesting in coincidence here that her mother happens to be working in. The other thing that I noticed too when I was doing this is that you start noticing that some of these the powers are lining up to people's personalities and backgrounds. Like her mother is very cold. She's very cold and very even when
she really isn't though. She can be, but she hasn't been really to us.
Well, like when it comes to Caitlyn, when it's not even cold, she's standoffish. Like even when she's in the middle of doing things. You remember the only time she really opened up was that episode in season 1 where she got drunk and stripped down in front of Barry. You know, most times she's still, even when she's reserved, if you will.
That's fair.
You know, she's never really truly opened up. And when you see her mom in this episode and you see their relationship, you see where it comes from. Like her mom, when Caitlyn's father died, seemed to have basically locked it all up and buried herself in her work and basically bury the emotions. Like Caitlyn goes to her mom not to run tests, not to get help. She really goes to her mom for emotional support. And honestly, she doesn't get it.
But it seems like she's never gotten it.
Well, never gotten it since her father died.
Okay, that's fair.
You know, and so like it's interesting to me because it could be that, hey, yeah, the particle, she got a power to the particle accelerator. But what would be interesting to me is if somehow they break it down that the particle accelerator gives you powers based on not just randomly, but based on something. Because again, most people's personalities are kind of tied to being a meta. Like think about we had Mirror Master last week. This is a guy who's vain and standing in front of mirrors and trying to dress up. All of a sudden, he becomes Mirror Master. Barry Allen, even though he's always late to things, but he does also his mind's always going 1,000,000 miles an hour, becomes the Flash. Like there's go ahead.
This ties into a theory, so there's like at some point in the X-Men books they were trying to figure out what caused mutation or what made you adapt the way you did, and within the continuity of the book, St. McCoy theorized that it's based on the time of your emergence and the factors around it. Like Cyclops got optic blast because he was falling out of a plane at the time, and the only thing that was free to stop them were his eyes. Jean Grey's powers manifested when she reached out to her friend who was hit by a car.
Right.
And so that's kind of and that's kind of been put forward in other types of media and other types of metahuman powers. And I think you're 100% right. I think they've always been doing that. Girder, Tar Pit, like everyone we've encountered so far, even Captain Cold and Heatwave. Clearly, Heatwave made his own gun and Cold stole his. But there's always been a connection between the power and the personality.
Right.
And I think that the Caitlyn Snow one is that maybe she's had to fight back. It's because Caitlyn has kind of been like, especially before Iris joined the team, kind of the mother of the team. Like they gave her the line of "What's a singularity" in season 1, which made me furious. But she's always towed that line between support system and scientist. And then maybe this has been something she's been holding back or something she's had to overcome, and she stopped overcoming it.
Well, and that's the thing that you got to look at when her powers are, they're out of control, and her personality literally changes. Yeah. You know? Like, and I think that's, what I like about this is they seem to be making it different than the Killer Frost on Earth 2, where Killer Frost on Earth 2 had complete control. This seems more like something that's taking over Caitlyn.
Right. And especially with the warning from her mother that the more you use your powers, the worse this will be.
Right. Like, she loses control and loses herself in this. Like, and listen, I'm not saying that Nigel didn't deserve that shit. He did. But just when I watched it again today, and I'm like, oh, well, she's not in control. Like, her mom literally had to talk her down from killing this guy. Not saying she would have been wrong in doing that, but So, it's interesting to me to watch that, and I like what they're doing. And again, this is something that they've learned. Again, I love shows that learn, unlike the movies. They learned that, hey, when she was Killer Frost and you made something different, they made Caitlyn interesting, and so far she's been really interesting by giving her this other personality, and having to deal with this. And it's going to be interesting seeing, what caused this and what caused them to manifest at this point for her. So, but man, and also, man, why Nigel got to be like this, man? I was happy to see the black dude, and then he turns into being an asshole. Come on, man.
He's a scientist who doesn't work for Star Labs.
I know, but still, man.
I think Star Labs is the only science people I trust.
What's her name from the other lab?
She's a remnant from the original timeline where John Wesley Shipp was the Flash.
Okay.
Her name is Tina McGee, and she's from Mercury Labs. But yeah,
you're right. But okay, we're not gonna.
No, I'm not budging on this one.
We're gonna let Tina. Okay, we're gonna let Tina live. Okay, fine, fuck it. All right. It doesn't make me wonder though. It's like, yo, what happened to the other black dude that was Iris's boss, the new editor from last year? Remember that?
Once
dude?
he got curved, stopped.
Yo,
she stopped, I guess, going to work.
Why my man get curved off of the show, dog?
No, he got curved off screen. What happened to the date? Oh, I shouldn't go, and we never saw him again.
Yo, he pulled a Judy Winslow. He basically went up the stairs, and we never saw him again. Yo, what the fuck, man? Oh, man.
I didn't notice that until you pointed it out. But I'm actually at that episode in my rewatch where it's in the back. I'm not really watching, it's in the background while I'm doing stuff, but at the same time, he just vanishes.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, what happened to him?
Remember his anti-flash slant that lasted for 3 episodes?
Right. Yo,
they tried to make him Spider-Man, even though Grant Gustin, to this day, would make a perfect Peter Parker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's basically Peter Parker cosplaying as the Flash right now.
Yeah, you're right. He is. Oh, man. Like, I was just like, yo, what happened to my man? Cause I was like, hey, wow, the black dude. It's not Joe West. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Hey, wait a minute. What happened to my other man? Oh, man. It is not bode well to be a person who falls in love with Barry or likes Barry or Iris, man. Like, I still want, what's her name to come back? Patty
Smith?
Yeah.
She's going to be on this season of Shooter on USA. And when that gets canceled, she'll be back.
She'll be back.
For what it's worth, the Shooter series and that movie are based on a great book I read when I was in junior high school.
Wait. Shooter? What Shooter? Shooter? Is that the one with Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah, they're making a fucking television show
starring
Ryan Phillippe.
How do you make that a
Ryan Phillippe, sir?
Oh, God. No.
So that'll last a season.
A season? You're being,
if it gets all,
you're being generous.
Film something.
You're being generous.
I am being generous. It's available. Usually let them burn the season.
Right, very generous to give them a whole fucking season. Oh man. All right, let's Tom Cavanaugh,
So when we get fake wells with our wells again, I'm super excited. Because once Earth 2 Wells realize that Earth 19 Wells is a fucking... Because you know he's going to show up and, like, they're going to be like, we have to cover for this fucking con artist.
Dude, like...
They're going to have an episode where literally the 2 Wells are talking and Cisco's feeding one of the Wells' lines.
Yeah, dude, like, when you because at first I was like, is he just nervous? Is he... Then all of a sudden, it hit me the same time it hit Cisco.
You don't know shit.
You don't know. He's like, oh my God, you don't know. I'm like, what is he doing? Triangulate? What? Maybe at first I'm like, well, maybe it is a different computer system. Maybe, and then so it was like, oh my God, you're a fake.
I had convinced myself that he'd already figured it out. I'm like, oh, he's gonna guide them to the answer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I convinced myself he was that much smarter than Cisco.
Oh my God. And then like if you go back and watch this episode again, and it's brilliant how they did it. He really is fishing for feeding them information. Like the first, when it first happens early in the episode, when they're trying to figure out what the monster is or something like that, and you're like, what? Okay, that was. Yeah,
because he's like, you could follow he's like car alarms. I'm like, oh my God, this Wells is really smart.
Right. I was like, okay. Then he said something about the carbon fiber stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's not bad. All right. But there's something like in between that. At one point, he says something, and he's like, he says something, and Barry's like, he goes like, yeah, we just need to do something. We need to do, and Barry's like, oh, okay, and he trails off, and you're just like, that was kind of weird. And then you find out that, it's literally because you're literally just throwing things. You're a mute. He really is a mute. You throw things out there and hope somebody's smarter. They would have actually put a pen to paper and generate something. You know what I figured out? I put it down in my notes. He's the George Lucas of the team. He's George Lucas. You can create the big idea. You have no idea how to actually finish it off. That's what I'm going with. Dpalm, did we lose you? Shit.
I'm here. I had muted myself because I was checking something. Sorry about that.
No problem. Yeah, George Lucas. Big ideas, can't figure anything out on his own. You need somebody else to come and actually put the stuff in there. He didn't even do the test they put through. He had his partner, which makes you wonder who's his partner on the other side.
That's my first question. My only correction for you is he's not just George Lucas, he's Bob Kane. If they call his partner Bill Finger, it's over. Cancel life. This is the best show on television. If you think that Bob Kane invented Batman, listening to this podcast, go Google Bill Finger. I'm on a huge Bill Finger kick, I know. You saw what happened last week on Twitter where I lost my fucking mind for no reason.
Yeah.
Bill Finger's been, because honestly, you know what it is? Because, say what you about podcasting, this is a pretty creative medium. We're creating content. There's nothing scarier for me than if someone came in and was like, and just erased you and me and was like, yep, this MTR network is all brought to you by X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Which is what happened to Bill Finger. All right, I'm done Bill Finger ranting. Sorry.
Done with the finger rants. Yeah, I mean, he literally fishes for what jumps in. It makes you wonder how much is of true. Like, and also, I was trying to, I heard it twice with the story he was telling Cisco about, was it World War M?
Yo. So you didn't actually open that? I was in the room. What? Yo, and also, I know this Flash team is fun and they're a family. They just kept a struggling novelist.
Fuck it, we'll deal with it. It's the best we got. He looks like Wells. I mean, when you think about, they really do have the worst time with Wells. Harrison Wells is just not a good. It makes me wonder if there's some way we can get the original Harrison Wells and how he would have been.
Who seemed like a nice enough guy.
Right.
He was bad at acronyms because he was going to name Star Labs something else stupid. And his wife told him, oh, no, name it Star. It made more sense. That's fine. That's a shortcoming I can deal with. Right. We've had one Wells that seemed good but was evil, one Wells that seemed evil but was good, and one Wells that seemed smart but is a blithering idiot.
It's a fucking moron. Empire of the Sunbury.
Empire. Yo, also, Gladiator on his world is known as Sweaty Men. And at some point, Alfred Hitchcock directed a movie called Murder on the Titanic, and he quoted, and I'm going to quote him here, who cares who did it, we're all going to die. Holy shit, I would watch that movie.
Listen, Earth 19 sounds like Trump world, yo.
It doesn't.
It sounds like the world.
Not.
It sounds like great. The world where
Murder on the Titanic. Oh, I would watch a 20. If a murder happened in the first scene, and you had a timer to the sinking of the Titanic, and two idiots trying to solve a murder.
My God.
But it has to end with everyone drowning.
Right. What the fuck?
It's a 2-hour exercise in stupidity and pointlessness, kind of like Batman vs Superman.
Right. Oh, God damn it. I just. Oh man, yeah. I gotta say, Tom Cavanaugh playing all these different characters of the same. I love this thing on TV now where you have characters doing this.
I'm so mad at you.
I know. We're gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. It's gonna happen. We've already got it on the schedule. Well, we know when we're gonna do it. All right.
Yo, Joe West. No more excuses, dog.
Look, your daughter called you out, man.
No more excuses, dog.
I love the fact that basically what you realize it is Joe nervous. Joe don't want to get back out there. Because this is the second time that Joe's been hit on by a woman. Remember that first time? He went remember it was season 1.
To, Barry's old house.
Yeah, they went to season 1. They went to Barry's old house, and that white woman wanted to give Joe the business. Anytime, officer. Joe don't. It's been a while for Joe. I get it, man. I like the fact that Joe is basically everybody else is in love and getting things going, and Joe is like, man, I don't feel like jumping back out there. You got to think about it. His last relationship didn't end all that great. His wife left him, took his kid, came back into his life, brought the kid back, and died on him. It's a lot going on there, man. So it'll be nice seeing Joe work through that. Because that DA fine as shit. So Joe, you need to get your ass. Come on, Joe. Let's.
I mean, look, Joe. You got to be a role model to Wally.
Yeah.
He didn't have a father growing up. He needs to see you do the right thing now.
Yeah, because he almost dropped the ball with Jesse. So I mean, Joe, come on, man.
Joe, each one teach one.
Each one teach one. Come on, Black Fatherhood moment, Joe. These Black Fatherhood moments don't stop.
Yeah, man. Right there, man. It's not just when you want to give the Black Fatherhood out. You're always giving it.
Yeah, you're always on for the Black Fatherhood moment.
You're always on. I'm sorry, man.
Always on.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Always on. And last thing I didn't know that I wanted, but I need more of now. Barry and Cisco living together. I need more of this now.
I just watched that show.
Sometimes a man wants to butter his own bread. Like,
I got a point.
I'll tell you, the only thing that would make it better is if HR lived with them too, yo. Because really, where is HR living at, man? And how's he have money? Like, I always wonder how these people come from another Earth, automatically have money and walking around like nothing. It's nothing. Like, I need to understand how that works.
They're in a lab, and Cisco's an engineer. They've got a printing press in the basement.
I mean, they have to, right?
I would have a printing press in the
basement.
Because
I still want to know how Caitlyn and Cisco are not broke. Because how is Star Labs making money? Like, what is Star Labs doing?
I think so. When Wells bequeathed the lab to Barry.
That's right. That you're right.
There was like money set aside or something.
You're right. To run it from the rest of the time.
Because we were like, this is horseshit. Who's paying for these lights?
No, I don't remember. You're right. You're absolutely right. I forgot that happened.
They addressed it like an episode later, but you and I are very much like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, like come on, yo. How much money you guys save aside? And then the other thing is like, nobody's suing the shit out of Star Labs. Are you serious?
Well, they're probably indemnified due to it being an accident, but I guess the patents are keeping the lights on. Gotta be. Because that was always like the go-to Fantastic Four plot was like they were broke because they had to sell all their patents. I'm like, what?
Well, and I'm also thinking they got to at this point be selling tech and like you said patents to like Iron Heist and stuff like that to help them lock metahumans and stuff up. And remember, I don't know if they're still doing it, but I remember last season, Cisco was like a liaison consultant for the police department. So. Hey, who knows what happened there? I mean, because they built a speed lab, yo. Come on,
yo. And Caitlyn's mom is rich.
True.
Caitlyn's mom is loaded. True. That was a big ass building.
Which means she's probably loaded too. True.
Exactly.
Yeah, that snow, that white privilege right there, man. Just
Caitlyn probably like foregoing. No. I'll just waive the paycheck.
Right.
I don't need the starlight. The rest of you plebeians can fight over my paycheck.
Right. Right. Oh man. Anything else you want to say about this, man?
I gotta ask, where do you think they go with snow, man?
Like, I don't. That's the thing about it, and I think this is a good. Is why I feel comfortable with this answer. I don't know.
Right. It's a good place to be.
Because I feel like, with Julian, you could always bring in Julian now and have her replace Snow if you make Snow Killer Frost. But she's been in such an important part of this cast. You can't just make her a villain and no longer have her as a regular. I don't think. Like I don't know. Like
But that makes her fall matter that much more, doesn't it?
It does. So I don't know. It's a very intriguing thing. I mean, imagine if she falls all the way out to becoming a rogue. It was like I don't know. I don't know where they're going with it. I'm very intrigued to see what happens with it. And watching, I love that this season, because we're able to focus more on the season, not building out other shows, that you're able to get people like Wally and Caitlyn and even Cisco with their powers now, and
And keep in mind that because we're able to focus on just our cast, this episode basically was Barry treading water and everyone else advancing their storylines.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. If you think about it, because same thing happened last week. We did this 2 weeks in a row. We did not get any alchemy or anything dealing with.
That's a really good point. I hadn't thought about that.
Nothing dealing with that. Nothing deal with the right. Nothing. But it's okay because again, when you have 22 episodes, you can do things like this, and I think they add to the story, and it's definitely something that's needed. And if you saw the preview for the next episode, which will be in a couple weeks, we're going back to Wally. So,
and I think this answers the question because I think someone asked if we thought Wally had already had the dreams. He hasn't had them yet, clearly.
Either he hasn't had them yet, or he's had them, but we didn't know.
They haven't indicated on screen that he's had them.
Right. But it's clearly they're going that direction.
They're coming.
They're coming, and which makes sense because again, he's somebody he had powers in Flashpoint, so that's coming. So. Can't wait for that, man. And I'm all in. So, again, folks, guys, thank you very much for listening. You can find the rest of our reviews and recaps on iTunes, Stitcher Radio. Search for Super Tuesday Recap or mtrnetwork.net. Leave us a 5-star review and we'll read it on air, or send us an email at mtrailerreviews@movietrailerreviews.net. Until next time, we are out of here. And don't forget, fuck that Flash movie.
Very much so. Oh, Unanimous Decision. Check it out on Mondays. Comes out, sports show. Got a great guest this week. One of my old college teammates. We're answering listener questions. It's going to be really good.
Oh, yeah. And what kind of a sports year is it if Cleveland comes back in the NBA Finals from a 3-1 deficit, but then the Cleveland baseball team blows a 3-1?
I'm not talking about it yet because this is legitimately my grandfather's favorite baseball team. And he passed away many years ago, but this is pretty big for my dad right now. I'm actually texting with him as we do this podcast.
Wait, Cleveland or are you a Cub fan?
Oh, no, my grandfather was a Cubs fan.
Oh, okay. I was like, yeah, because them jokes. If this lead goes down the way it goes, them jokes.
I might have a couple jokes, but they aren't directed at Mr. James. I want him to know that if he's hearing this. After I saw what he did to, did you see the Halloween decorations?
No.
Okay, so at his Halloween party at his house, and we're talking about this weekend on Unanimous Decision, he had a skeleton band that wasn't playing the music sitting there, but the drummer's kick drum said 3-1.
Yo, do you see the ring?
Yo, nigga, the cookies that they had out for the party were actually gravestones. And the gravestone said Steph Curry and Klay Thompson.
No.
Yes, nigga, like I'm telling you. This is the most famous in the world.
Yo, this day's killing them, yo. You can't.
And it's so funny because, and we're talking about this Sunday, so you listen to that show. But you have to remember that now Steph and Clay are getting salty about it, and Draymond's saying, "Oh, I hope I get him eventually." You got to remember, this is the same Warriors team that when they came back to Cleveland for Christmas game last year, Steph said, and I quote, "I hope the locker room still smells like champagne." When LeBron got mad because Draymond kicked him in the nuts, what Clay said? LeBron needs to know it's a grown man game. From that quote on,
no mercy.
Warriors won 0 games in that series.
No mercy.
So while this is be interesting for Cleveland to lose one this way, I want no one to take anything away from what LeBron James, a.k.a. The Undertaker, a.k.a. The Ultimate Warrior, because he was rocking WWF shirts all through that playoff run, did to these people. Like, this will not satiate the wounds of Golden State.
He really did wear an Ultimate Warrior shirt after they won the championship.
He was the old, I beat the Warriors. They were down 3-1. Everyone said they were dead. He showed up to practice in an Undertaker t-shirt.
Oh, man.
They played the Undertaker's entrance music before Game 6 in Cleveland.
Oh, man.
They came out to the ball.
Oh,
they came out to the, yeah, man. Good. I hope this holds 9 ounce. I just texted my dad 9 ounce.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Oh, man. So check out the Unanimous Decision, guys. That's all you got to do.
I'm clowning these motherfuckers this weekend. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. So. All right, folks. Guys, thank you very much for listening. Until next time, we're out of here. Peace.